I'm finally done cleaning up the house.
That's new.
This house has plenty of room. We can add more to our family and still be fine.
But that means I'd have to work that much harder, too.
It won't be so bad. As long as we work together as a family, it'll be okay.
Yeah, and Zavid will help out too.
Yeah, that's right. We always help each other in times of need, just like the way Zavid does.
Aren't you the bossy one? But I hear ya. We'll do it Zavid's way.
Yeah! I hope Zavid comes over to play soon.
Zavid.
We should ask them how they know him.
Yes, we should. I'll handle it.
Oh, son of a bitch, I'm finding more and more quests.
I knew this would be big. What a treasure!
Moon and Star earrings. A pair of earrings collected from on the Noct and Dia Isles. Wearing them will let when you sleep will carry you to a dream where your dreams come true. And a new skill, Indefatigable, something like that. I'm still missing the specials for so many of these because I don't have the. I want these alternate costumes or stuff that happens. Just come on, game.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. I'm terribly sorry to intrude, but I was hoping you would tell me how you all know Zavid.
Oh, do you know Zavid, too?
Yes, we have a history. I was passing by when I just happened to hear his name, and I thought I'd ask.
Oh, sure. Well, we feel like we owe him a great deal. I guess it all started when he kidnapped us.
Kidnapped you?
Let me explain. My wife and I, we were both chefs. And one day, Zavid showed up out of the blue and practically hauled us back to his home.
There, waiting for us, were Theodora and these children.
Theodora?
Yeah, Theodora? You know, his girlfriend?
His girlfriend.
These children had lost their parents, and Zavid and Theodora took them in. Then Zavid rushed us back outside. We were so startled by how sudden it all was. We had no idea what he was going to try to make us do.
But then he asked us if we could cook the children a meal that humans would find delicious. He said that Malakim enjoy eating the same kind of food as humans do, but they lack the skills or know-how to cook it.
At this point, how could we not help? We made them the biggest and best meal we could.
It was huge and delicious. The mambo curry nearly melted my face off.
The pasta margarita was the best!
Hey.
Well, I love the peach pie!
But yeah, after that, we ended up stopping by the house a lot and started teaching Theodora some recipes.
We lost a child to a demon. Ever since, we'd forgotten we could ever laugh. But Zavid, Theodora, and the children, they gave us a newfound joy in life.
From a kidnapper to a savior, then.
Exactly. Until they came along, we'd never even realized that Malakim have hearts, just like people do.
It's because they do that they fight alongside you exorcists against the demons. I see that now.
No, that's because they were
Right.
slaves.
What was Theodora like? I love her! When I was too scared to sleep, she held my hand and let me sleep in her bed. She reminded me of my mom.
But Zavid was always so mean to me. One time, he even hit me upside the head.
You two were always roughhousing, being dumb and breaking stuff and getting hurt.
Hey, you wanna fight?
Come on, you two. Calm down.
It sounds like these kids were well loved.
Yeah. But one day, without any warning, Theodora left the house and went missing.
And Zavid went off in search for his love, leaving you two to care for the children.
He asked us to keep the kids safe until he and Theodora returned home.
We just recently moved here, where there's a port, because our old town was too remote.
All right, I think I get it now. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Zavid can be a bit rough and tumble, but he's a good man at heart. If he's in trouble, I hope you'll help him out. If not for him, then for the children.
All right.
Alright, so the Zavid's still being a nice little guy.
Theodora. She must be that white-horned dragon, right?
Yeah.
She must be. I don't see any other reason for Zavid to risk his life protecting a dragon.
To be living with human children who have gone through such trauma, the risk of exposure to malevolence would have been high. And yet she was willing to help them, to take them in. It's no wonder Zavid wants to save her.
But there's no way to turn her back into a Malak, right?
That's correct.
which is why you feel you have to kill it. I don't disagree with your conclusion,
But
but I think you're going about it the wrong way.
how so?
No one would stand by and permit his former love to be killed before his very eyes, even when said love has been irrevocably changed. If you could empathize with him and talk things out, I think you two can come to terms without having to fight.
For some things, Eleanor, emotion runs too deep for reason to be heard. If he was so easily swayed that words could convince him, he would already have killed that dragon.
But still...
I'm not in the mood to argue. Let's just go.
If only I could learn how to control those flames.
Yeah, if only you could. Maybe via story or something. So we have one here for the Earth Pulse. And that's it. I wonder what's gonna happen that'll let me start that then. Also, I never went in here, apparently. What is this? I guess this is where I probably could have like gone to the church and had confession again or something? All those scenes were fucking good though. So apparently Zavid has a quest, but I do not know where to go after this. The last time we had a situation like this, it was actually just because of story that I wasn't far enough that it sort of stopped me in my tracks. I'm not sure that's the same here though.
Oh, hello again, Doctor.
Good day. May I order a bouquet? I need it this weekend.
A bouquet? Is it already that time again? You're heading to a ball again this year?
That's right.
A ball?
Same as always, Nico's favorites?
No, I'd like to order lilacs this year.
Lilacs?
I thought I'd tell her the news when I visited this year.
So, you finally decided to marry?
I have. I could never forget Nico. Not a day goes by where I don't think, if only I'd made up my mind sooner with her, then asked her to move here. She wouldn't have been there on that tragic night. And yet, I have to move on.
I think that's the right decision. We can't give up on our lives over those who have left us. We have to live! I'll make the biggest lilac bouquet you've ever seen. I'm sure Nico will be happy for you. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Why a lilac bouquet?
Lilacs have a special meaning. A treasured memory.
I see. I hope his message reaches her.
Yes, I believe it will.
It probably will. We don't know. But now I need to go all the fucking way over there. Need to go a ball past. Can I warp over there? I can. The V's quest doesn't tell you where to go? Ah, alright. Then I don't know if I'll ever finish it because I don't know where it is. I figured out how to do it accidentally. Or how to start it, I guess. Come on, come on. If I go this way? And, I can't. Can I run over you? Yep. Nothing to fear in this area then, I guess. Gosh, could they even run into me from behind and it would still kill them? Not sure. Tell me there's something. What is that? Oh, yeah, that's right. The quest for this thing.
That definitely looks like an Earth Pulse entrance.
I don't sense Inomineot here.
We still need to be careful. We might have ousted him from the Earth Pulses, but the 4 Empyreans are in play now.
If we want to learn anything useful, we'll need to go inside. Be ready for anything.
Be ready for a TPK. Got it. Apparently there's something in the middle there, but I can't get over there, so odds are when I enter the dungeon, I'll actually play the scene. That also means I probably should save before I go in there, so let's go outside and save first. Who knows, maybe we'll actually find like some super secret boss in there that's gonna fuck me up. Come on, let's go. Well, they're the red enemy here, so that's something, I guess. And I have not been here, so...
I'll show you the beauty of my spear work.
Are they? Okay, they're still, like, respectably leveled, but not as much as the other ones.
Not bad.
You too.
And they're still giving us a fair amount of stuff here and there. That's one more point. Let's go in this one. Just so I can get to the red enemy, hopefully. Hi. Bye. Oh, so how's our equipment doing? You mastered that one already? So let's go back to this one for the bonus. Oh, I guess I could melt that one away, but... Son of a bitch! Reflect 10% of nullified damage. Eleanor, I'm taking that after you're done, and we're gonna go fight a fucking boss. That's a random ring. I could use that one though, but... Well, I found the other item I needed. Happy to know that, at least, yeah. You don't stick with that. No one else has... Actually, you have mastered that, so... Like, anything good up here? No. Like, you actually have really low-tier stuff, Ivan. Holy shit. Then again, I never really use them, so that makes sense. Still. Hi. Bye. Fight!
Are we ready for this?
Alright, low 54s. We can handle that, I think. Let's transfer this one right here. If I can get that. Then on you. Damn it. You got rid of it immediately there, so I did get the combo. Damn you! Get up. Oh god. What difficulty I'm playing at? I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm not looking to like prove I'm good at the game or anything like that. I'm playing for the story, and so far it's been really enjoyable.
You thought I'd stop there? Annihilating?
That one should do it right there.
Did you think you could escape me?
So just to say that the Veed side quest requires you to find a Bloodwing agent to tell you where to go next. Which town that agent is in, I don't remember. Ah, well shit. Raise the chances of receiving level 3 random skills on normal mode or above. Nice. That's something I could have used. Like, I understand that at higher difficulties, some things are not going to be very good. I've already had several people, or a couple people come in and say, like, oh, you're playing on difficulty, the game's going to be a button mash or something. Just like, sure, I don't mind. I'm playing this for the story, because that's what I heard about Tales games that are good, that are renowned for. So that's what I'm going for, and so far it's been enjoyable. Despite some random, like trope that's really getting out of hand a little bit. It's just been a good ride.
They were nothing.
Not really trying to insinuate that you're one of the people that would come in here and just like, I guess it's not really a negative connotation sort of thing, but just like constantly remind me that there is higher difficulties and I should be playing on those if I want to have a better experience. Apologies if it comes off that way, but just after a couple that come in and say that, I really don't have the patience for it. And at the end of the dead end, there's always, god damn it. There's normally something at the end of dead ends, just sometimes they choose to be mean about it. And I miss not having my hoverboard. It makes going through these things so much easier and better. I'll fight you.
We can do this!
Not even worth my time.
That's true. I don't mind challenging some games I play either. I really love it. The thing is that I do hold the belief still, despite how many times people want to say otherwise, that a game's difficulty on a first playthrough on the entrance to the series even should be on normal difficulty. I've never played a game like this before. The closest I've ever played to a game that had a system like this, from my understanding, is the DMC series, like the old ones, where it's just combo, juggle, and have fun with it. And even then, it wasn't involving other players on the screen that could help out. Simple I say is no. Normal, I believe, is the standard difficulty, as it says right there. So I'm going to start with this. There's moderate, there's hard, there's intense, there's all the other things right there for different challenges, but I do believe that the game usually is balanced on normal, and then everything else is normally scaled up in numbers usually. That's what I've experienced so far, and that's what I went into this game with the mindset of. Flashback.
And with that, the oath is now formed.
Ceres, take heed. I've now embedded a portion of the art formula within your corporeal form. Over the next several months, it should take hold and crystallize using the power of the oath.
The art you'll use to control the power my body has accumulated?
That is correct. Brunhild, the Sorcerer's Ring. It is an art that was lost long, long ago on this continent. Reviving it requires considerable investment.
So that is why you tied the oath to my life force. The formula will only be completed once I've died.
Do you have something to say?
No. I understand that this is a necessary step in order to realize armatization and bring Innominat under your control. And even though Siegfried possesses a similar power, Lord Melchior has yet to successfully locate the device. Knowing that, our research must be accelerated. That is the only reasonable way.
Then you understand. From here on, you are to focus on completing the Sorcerer's Ring.
As you say.
I trust you're not having any second thoughts about this?
She's a Moloch, here to serve and nothing more. And today she's proved herself quite loyal.
Yes, I am Ceres. I am your Moloch. I am simply a tool for you to fulfill your ideals.
So Ceres took her oath to make armatization possible.
But what a heavy price to make her pay.
And Artorias did it knowing that she was his reincarnated wife.
Yep.
Oh, who am I to talk? There was a time not long ago when I'd have done the same thing.
Regardless, things are now starting to come together. What happened to Ceres and to Eifried and Siegfried? It's all related. This all occurred so Artorias could armatize with Innominat and control him.
And then Velvet ended up devouring that power and making herself public enemy #1. How deliciously ironic.
No, Ceres knew what was going on, and she still...
But the Abbey has secured Siegfried's formula, and they're almost certainly using it to complete Innominat's Armatus.
Let's keep going, Velvet.
Yeah, we've come too far to turn back now. I'll see this through to the end.
Yeah, alright. We already knew the church was never good people. But now let's see the depths of it from someone on the inside. Fight me.
I'll show you the beauty of my camera.
You know, the system is much different than other games, the Tales games.
Is
Zelia,
training hard?
Berseria, Symphonia, and so on and so forth, completely different. Although the general's the same. Like, I remember when I briefly tried this Zelia, or not Zelia, Systeria's, like, story moments so far, if any, is, let's think. Story moments that happened in the game so far. And I like to poke fun at some things, but understand that I do it just because I've seen it done other times before, but that doesn't mean it's not good. And one of the things that often sort of hit me that way, and I did enjoy for a while, even... Alright, then sure. Was Velvet's character arc. How it went from straight up just murder revenge into eventually caring for Laphicet. It's a pretty alright done arc despite some moments just like feeling forced, but still overall good. Probably my best moment of it though would be more like,
I'll cut down anyone in my way.
While I enjoy Velvet's character, I still think the best one is probably Laphicet. His at least felt natural to come the way it did. It felt well paced. As for moments, I'll have to see in a second after this cutscene. I gotta think about it.
It's been a full century since Midgand reunited the fractured land. In that time, we've enjoyed a blissful era of peace and prosperity. But the world has also seen its faith and moral purity slowly decay, only to be supplanted by deep, profound sin. Things have gotten so bad that nobody has even realized that the four Empyreans now slumber. I'm entirely certain that demons will only become ever more rampant, and yet I'm powerless to stop it.
Empyreans? Demons? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to hear me grumble. You've already done so much for me.
It's fine, really. You've seen so much of the world. Things that I never even knew existed.
Yes. I've seen mountains spew flame, and lands covered in ice. I've crossed stormy seas, and ravines deeper than the eye can see.
That's so amazing. Weren't you ever frightened?
Of course. We are nothing in the face of nature. It takes so little for a person to lose their life out in the wilds. But in spite of the terror, those seas, the mountains, the forests, the deserts, they're absolutely breathtaking. And even in the harshest of climes, people still find a way to live there and carve out something resembling a home.
I think I understand you now.
How do you mean?
I can tell you really love this world. Not just that, but all the people who live in it, too.
The world and its people. Do you really think so?
I'm sure of it. Just remember that you're one of those people too, you know? You really should try to take care of yourself a little more.
I can't do anything right. How could I possibly learn to like myself?
I believe in you, Arthur. I mean, my family and I are already quite fond of you just the way you are, no matter your faults.
Thank you, Celica.
That was Velvet's sister and Artorias.
That's how I remember Celica. And him, too.
I see.
Lord Artorias.
Eleanor, I know that the exorcists believe from the bottom of their hearts that their work will save everyone.
Perhaps. But that won't stop you from fighting them, will it?
No, it won't.
Isn't ignorance bliss? Should we really keep digging up the past like this?
Velvet's never been one to pick the easy road.
What's wrong, kiddo?
I was just thinking, the Earth in Historia is supposed to be a vast record of world history. It could show us anything. So why does it only ever focus on events related to Velvet's life?
Perhaps it's reacting to her presence. Or maybe, since this place used to be Inominat's vessel, his power is still influencing what we're seeing.
If that were true, shouldn't you be able to control the Earth and Historia, kiddo? You're supposed to be part of Inominat. Think of all the juicy secrets we could dig out of the past. Oh, I'm getting pins and needles.
I'm not so sure. Having that much access might be frightening. Some things aren't so fun to learn about.
That is true. And also, I'm still actively looking through the story a bit of Arthur. Like, all right, I want to help you. I want to help you. I want to help you. I want to ruin everyone. I want to take away all of mankind's free will. And see where that jump actually happened. I understand that on the Scarlet Knight, he took a big dive into that sort of mindset, but
I'll show you the beauty of
I'm really sort of struggling to think of when did that moment actually happen where he said, you know what? I'm going to rob mankind of free will and it's going to work out. Everyone's going to love me and I'm going to save the world.
But I'm this close. I won't miss. Form zero. Thunder!
But as for Mizu Fluffy, your question about what was my favorite story beat, I was thinking about it a bit.
Come on, really?
And probably for a reason that I'm not sure people might appreciate or know about, or even care about, would have to be tied to Eleanor of all things. Entirely because, for me, she was one of the most problematic characters in the entire story to be strung together. From the player's eyes and from my first experience on the story, she represents the Abbey. That is all she represents. She is what we see the Abbey as from the inside out. And she still dedicated herself to the Abbey, through and through, so often in the story. And the moment that sort of made me sort of laugh at it all the more and sort of start appreciating it at least a little bit was after we went into that beach island. I forget the name of it. We went into the temple, and we saw the werewolf that was the mother of the new Empyrean. And how we kept on beating her, and how she kept on trying to go away to find her daughter. She found her. And then reenacting Eleanor's own childhood trauma, like, no, I'm gonna kill myself to make sure that my daughter stays alive, at least. We beat the kid. That happens. She sees her childhood trauma play out in front of her, at her being the hands to the one to dispatch the mother. And when we reach town again, she still tries to send Lopsett to the Abbey, following her orders. It just baffled me so much, and I found it hilarious. But that was one of the moments that sort of made me think, okay, I'm just gonna have fun with the game. And after that, I really started having my opinions shoot up about it. And I want to get that last special, but the game's just not giving it to me.
Show him how I...
God damn it, game, please. Wait, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, I am. It was like that moment that stuck out to me the most when I think about, like, story beats that I enjoyed. It's probably strange to really like that, and especially because it might sound like a complaint, but I just laughed way too much at it. But aside from that, if I were not to pick that moment, it would be the skits. This game, I love the skits. So much character being thrown out like that in what feels like, honestly, a really natural fashion. I love it. Fuck him up. Damn it, fine, I'll go over there.
Did you see that? I beat it!
But it was Celica's, or Claude's idea, so he had it in the story. Maybe, but still. I'll always be sort of critical to Arthur. Not because of his actions, but largely because of his beliefs. Much, and I will always joke at it, like, eventually he thought, I'm going to remove all of humanity's free will, and that will make the world better. And people apparently went along with that.
We can do this.
And I'll always be critical about the mindset of that, because it has a lot of inherent flaws of, like, trying to convince people, like, yes, join me, the world will be a better place, you'll lose your free will too. And they said, I'm going to go along with that plan. It's always going to baffle me a bit, and I'm going to always critique it, but
You're not hurt.
I do sort of enjoy it because it reminds me a bit of, like, Saturday morning cartoon evil villain sort of thing. where everyone believes they're going to be part of the party that's immune to everything, despite them saying everyone.
I hear that you've finally gotten your assignment. Have they given you a name yet?
Malak number 2.
That isn't your name.
Huh?
You don't remember anything, do you? But of course you don't. You died before you were even born. But my memories, they came back. And these memories, they torment me. I can never replace them. And I can't undo them.
I don't really understand.
You don't have to. Just know that I was happier before my memories and free will reawakened. If I had one wish, I'd wish that you stay the way you are.
You're going?
I'm about to free someone who can kill the strongest Empyrean and the head exorcist. I suppose you could call it revenge. Against myself and against my past. Goodbye. Please, find it in your heart to forgive your mother when she failed to protect you.
Wait, what? How'd we get here? This is the prison island!
Probably by an Earth Pulse warp. I'll have to send for the Von Eltia to come get us.
I guess I must have met Ceres at some point, but I don't have any memory of it happening.
But why would that place connect to here?
Well, I mean, this is an Earth Pulse point, isn't it?
Ceres might have willed it to be somehow.
What do you mean?
Velvet is right. I think the Earth in Historia showed us that memory because Ceres wanted us to see it. Or Velvet and Laffy said at least.
I think I understand. And I think I agree.
It may have taken us all the way out here, but at least we have something to show for it. I suppose we can't complain.
Yeah.
This was worthwhile.
All right, let's get to the harbor.
I can think and decide for myself now, but it's kind of nice. I feel alive like this. So rest easy, Mom. I'll be okay.
Aww. Got color variant outfit for Velvet? Wait, what? Is the... That just... It feels off after having seen this outfit for so long, even in cutscenes. But I'm keeping it. If only because. But now we don't need the servant's tie. We're not having that look on. So how about we go for instead... Moggy should have some? Wait. Why would the servant's tie ribbon be right there? It's literally floating on nothing. It's attached to nothing. That, I guess. Just 'cause at least then it's visible on some angles. You said Magilu might have one, so I'm gonna... Nope! None of them have any alts. Just like jacketless and that's it. Wait, what? Oh, that means we do have a way to get back there. Alright. Let's go to the front docks. I should get them for completing quests? Well, aren't I shit out of luck then? And that means I am done with all of the side content. Or actually... The fuck is that? You know what? I'm going to the... Just just literally walk inside. So I can go to the back docks like this. Was it in the... Yeah, I think it was in here. What do you got? I can prevent the... Oh, so it's like just sleep at an inn. Got it.
Did you ever figure out if that bug was a stag or a rhinoceros beetle?
Actually, I still haven't really looked into it.
Why not? Weren't Rokuro and Aizen pretty curious to find out too?
They're why I haven't. They both have really strong opinions, and they both make a believable argument. And if I determined it was a new kind of beetle entirely, my decision would change the very course of their fates.
Their fates? I think you're exaggerating things.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're still hashing out what that Rhinostagros really is. Kiddo here's holding off on his final decision because he's worried about how you'll take it.
You're both adults. Can't one of you just give in so we can move on?
It's a rhinoceros beetle. I'm not backing down on that.
No, it's a stag beetle.
Why not just take off the pointy bits? Then we can all agree it's just a plain old beetle. Simple.
Sounds good to me.
Don't even joke about that. If you took away my swords, I wouldn't have anything left. Same thing goes for a stag beetle and its pincers.
And taking away a rhinoceros beetle's horns is disrespectful to its way of life, and to even suggest it is just plain wrong. No, if we're going to argue it out over this, we need to exhaust every possible angle before coming to a conclusion. It's the right thing to do.
Madam Eleanor! Here's that Field Guide to Rare Insects of Midgand you wanted me to get you?
Thanks, Bienfu. Surely this book will have something about that bug. Yeah, here it is. This beetle's real name is... Argonathocrassus, the thick-jaw beetle.
It's named for its jaws? That must make it a stag...
It's a drone beetle. The field guide says it's a really rare variety, too. I guess that's that.
No, you're wrong. It's a brand new species. I call it the Lophiset Rhinostagros. That's my decision, and I'm not backing down.
Oh, God. I love how that's a reference to... Previously they said, if you don't stop arguing, I'm gonna call it a drone beetle. He's like, you wouldn't. And they're like, no, it's a drone beetle. But not Lophi that's turning into the thick-headed one. Let me see. I really like Velvet's story from simple character into Lord of Calamity. I like it actually quite a bit as well, despite how tropey it honestly is. And it reminds me of the, if you ever played it, the Dot Hack G series of Aseo. How he goes from normal person, innocent and all, into an edgelord, straight up an edgelord that wants nothing but revenge and death. And eventually into a human being again. That's kind of what Lophiset's arc was for me and how I saw it. And I called a lot of the things coming along the way just because it was kind of hilarious. Eleanor's story, again, I already said I really did like it, but what just got me to not like her initially was how much and how stubborn she was about everything. Including constant proof otherwise of just like, no, the Abbey's fucking evil. She's like, no, they're doing this for the greater good. And when she sees that greater good, she finally sees, okay, no, eliminating all humanity's free will, not the best idea. It takes that to convince her. And I guess you got another one for sleeping again.
How many times do I have to tell you? You just don't get it! You're the one who doesn't get it! You're just making a lot of trouble where there shouldn't be any, old man! What did you just call me? Say that again, I dare you!
Both of you, shut up already! You're making so much noise that I'm tempted to devour your heads just to get some peace and quiet!
Honestly, I find it odd how you pirates, who are on the same side, are always fighting. Yet you don't hesitate to rescue shipwrecked Abbey sailors who are your enemy.
What's so hard to understand about that?
You're treating your ally like your enemy, and your enemy like your ally.
Seriously? You still have a lot to learn, apparently. What the hell does the Abbey teach you, exorcists? You talk all about going around helping people, but you don't know the first thing about sailing.
Are you implying that the first thing about sailing is to help your enemies?
I can't explain it to the likes of you. Benwick, you explain it to our esteemed exorcist here. Well, you see, when somebody out at sea is in trouble, we don't refer to them as allies or enemies. You might think nothing of being aboard a ship, but take a moment to think about how vast and deep the ocean is. Now imagine if you weren't on a ship. If you were out here alone. Sends chills down your spine, doesn't it?
I guess I can't argue with you there.
Out on the sea, even just a single board of driftwood can mean the difference between staying afloat and succumbing to the depths of the water. That's why even when we raid and sink a ship, we pull up anybody who took for the water, and we bring them aboard.
I know it sounds hypocritical to attack someone's ship and then rescue them out of the water, but that's just the way things are on the sea.
You pirates are an interesting bunch.
Plus, if the people we rescue end up getting another ship, we can attack them again and take all their new loot.
You don't go and kill every last prickle boar in the forest, or else you won't have any more to hunt later. It's the way of the world.
And my faith is gone. All right, but why were you two fighting to begin with?
Oh right, that! I remember why. Benwick here came up and started squeezing lemon juice on the perfectly fine fried chicken I just made.
Who wouldn't do that? It's normal.
The way you drench it takes away all the seasoning and complexity of flavor that I worked so hard to get right!
No way! You have to at least put that much on, or it's not worth eating at all.
Oh, forget about the chicken. Who wants to douse these two in a bucket of water instead?
Make it ice water.
For fucking seasoning of chicken, really? Okay, there's no more here now.